Hello and welcome to Alex Undone. Today we're going to talk about what peace and financial stability have with one another and what my version of it, and hopefully how you can get to figuring out how your version of peace and stability comes into play. So I grew up in an entrepreneurial family in Romania, actually in post-communist Romania. Communism had just fallen when I was one, and my grandfather was the very first business license in Romania. And he had businesses, my grandma had businesses, my mom had businesses, everybody had businesses in my life, and it's what I always imagined that I would do because it's so much fun, right? And we moved to the US when I was 14. Went to college, in college had businesses, after college had businesses, and I graduated college 2011, UGA, University of Georgia, go Dogs. And so that's what, 14 years ago. And of the last 14 years, I've been involved in a business or started a business or a co-founder in a business the whole time. Good, bad, I always loved it. And I think what I like about it is twofold. One, the security, what the perceived security, especially when you're young. I think if anybody young watches this, go do it. Like if you have any interest in doing it, whether it's being a content creator, I think that's very much starting your own business at this point, and how serious that is, gaming or a traditional business, whether it's drop shipping or it's a coffee shop, a tech business, doesn't matter. I think go start it if you have any interest in it. Fail fast. I think I failed and succeeded and failed and succeeded until I was like 30, 32, with not having any sort of like negative feelings about it. Um, it didn't even phase me. It wasn't like, oh, I need to have things. You can live off of nothing. You can live with friends. You can crash with friends. You can go back to your parents, as embarrassing as that is. But you learn so much, and it's so much fun. And honestly, it's a numbers game. If you do it long enough, at some point, something's going to go well. And that going well could mean you make a lot of money. It could mean you make a little bit of money, but you have financial freedom. It means you can work a little bit, like, 4-hour work week, Tim Ferriss. It can mean that you can travel the world and do everything else you want, and you spend a couple hours on emails and orders and customer service and whatever. It can mean that you have a massive exit and I don't know, you're a millionaire all of a sudden. Or you just learn a lot of good skills. You learn how to fail. You learn things that, now that I'm realizing that I'm at a different part of my career, come to be very valuable. And for me, I had a mild success, then a, let's say, big success, which was my exit. I sold my company. It's a big bumblebee. Um, then I had a lot of failures. But if I look back at my failures, there's a common thread, and it's a common thread that shows up in my personality. Maybe it does in yours as well. I'm God damn, these fucking flies are gonna kill me. I want to be outside so it's like all cute and not inside. And this is what I get. Um, it's a personality trait. I give up too easily. I'm really excited about the newness, the momentum, the solving problems part. And the beginning of every business is that, right? You have to figure out who your customer is, how you're going to get your product, how you're going to source it, a website, branding, suppliers, everything. And it's so much fun, right? Copy, colors. And then you do it. And it's, week two, month two, and you have all that, and you realize you don't have any clients because you didn't actually think about like selling the product. You just thought about building all the things and getting everything done. And then, you launch it, and your friends never support you. Your friends will never support you. Don't expect them to. If you have one or two friends that support you, that's amazing. I've had a few, like very, very few. I can count on like 2 or 3 fingers the friends that support me. Your friends will never support you. Actually, that's a good video. I should do a video. I'm gonna link it here. I'm gonna do another video about why friends don't support you. Um, and then you lose that momentum, and you're like, well, nobody's buying the thing that I spent whatever months, a year building, and you're trying to sell, but like it's really hard to build momentum after everything's done, and you're like, I'm gonna build in public so people look at it or think about it. Too late. So I think if you're missing that skill set, I think learn that skill set and then change how you do things next. But Um, Absolutely worth it. Absolutely try, do it if you're young. If you're old, still do it. I think, I'll tell you why I'm not doing it right now. And I just got I got a video from a founder last night for a position that I applied, and it was CMO marketing co-founder, so a potential like a CMO role and a co-founder. And I really appreciate that he sent a video. It wasn't just like a text. But he was like, "Hey," he was on a walking treadmill. Hilarious, by the way. Loved it. He was like, "Hey, if you want to, if you want security and a good salary, like this is not for you. But if you want to like come and invest money and invest time and build this thing together, then this is for you." And I was absolutely turned off. And I was thinking about it this morning. Usually, I would have loved that. I would have been like, hell yeah, let's build something together. But right now, I don't want to build shit. And bam, my partner put this, I think, in a sentence that changed how I'm currently thinking, and that's you don't need another broken thing in your life. Another thing that doesn't work in your life. That's what she said. And it's true. Like I usually love solving problems, but now I'm in a position where I don't have capital, I don't have savings, I don't have cash flow. And there's a big stress that comes to me every day about, trying to move things around and the money that is coming in, like allocating it to my rent and my food and like getting through until I make it to the next step. And when you're in a position like this, you're stressed, right? And you don't have this like freedom and thought of F it, let's go. Can I swear on YouTube? Is it gonna? I think I can say fuck it, right? Fuck it, let's go, um, and build something and go crazy and take a chance because I want a family soon. Let's say in 1, 2, 3 years, I'd like to be a dad, and I want to provide for that, and I want to have also peace. It's not about anybody else. At the end of the day, it's about me. So I've had a lot of money, didn't know what to do with it, was using it and enjoyed it and traveled and did all the things and bought all the things and had all the apartments that you can imagine. And now I don't, it's not that I don't want that. It's not that I'm not like hoping for a shit ton of money in my next venture, my next job, my next whatever I do. I'm just realizing that like what I need right now, like I have three tiers. I have a tier one where if I make this every month, I can survive comfortably. And honestly, short term, that's enough. And it's not a big number. Then I have number two and number two. Second number where it's I can live a little bit more comfortably and I feel like some room to breathe. I don't have to like always move things around. And three, I have a number where it's also very small compared to like what I've made in the past or like what you probably imagine, where I can also save some for, for like future things with a baby, a future house, etc. Again, small number. And obviously I want to break through all these numbers, right? Because there's no reason to think small and just hope that, I mean, nothing wrong with it, but I'm not that in that place yet where I just hope to never grow. But they're just very achievable numbers. For example, I had a project last week. It took me 4 days of work, and then maybe now it's taking me 2 or 3 days of editing post creating the project. Super cool project, by the way. And it almost made up for like my first number in 6 days of work. So it's doable, but it's just stressful because you never know when the next thing comes. You're building a new network of people. I've switched careers. When you're a founder, everybody looks at you, and that's what you're gonna do your whole life. I don't actually even know what you do, but I believe that you know how to do everything. I hope this is staying, yeah, focused. Last time I shot a video last week, and I can't post it. First of all the videos that I shot last week, I'm not sure why, but the microphone wasn't picking the audio. Hopefully, it's different this time. I have no idea if I did something wrong. And one of them is blurry, and I'm like, come on, I have like an amazing camera. I have an FX30, and it's on autofocus on the face. It should not happen. And it's right here, like I'm not moving. I'm not doing any action sports. Anyway, yeah. So I think take a step back and if you're younger and if you don't have anything coming up soon and if you're not like at the end of your bag, your savings, your cash flow, if you have a job, think fuck it, I have this job, money's gonna come in. I've always wanted to start a business. I'm gonna do it on top of it. Or you're buying yourself 6 month runway, right? You're saying in 6 months, with this plan, I know I'm gonna have X amount of customers and I'm gonna make the same money that I make now, or my lowest number that I can at least live and build off of it and enjoy the experience of being a founder. Absolutely, I think everybody should do it, especially if you have like a certain skill set, like your operations. You know how to set up everything, get the suppliers, which is mostly, I think, the skill set of a founder's operations. Now I'm learning a lot about marketing, and that's what I've leaned into the last couple of years. And I feel like I have a really interesting thesis on marketing, and that's the roles that I'm going for: CMO, head of marketing, etc. And you can be obviously a tech founder, which for some years it was the holy grail. Everybody wanted to be a tech founder because then you could code your own app, you could write your own program, you could do whatever. Now with AI, with just a little bit of knowledge, anyone can create an app. And there's all the LinkedIn posts of 9-year-old child creates a AI app for dolphin and makes 10 millions a year. um, so yeah, I think find something that if you're good at anything like that, or if not, if you're young and you're looking into what I want to be good at, play with everything. Honestly, intern for a startup. Like even if you're older, if I had no startup experience right now and I was curious about it and I had a steady income, I'd go to a friend and be like, hey, can I like hang out and just like intern for a couple weeks and see what you guys do, see where I'm drawn, because everybody has skill sets that you're not aware of, that you don't know where they would apply until the time comes to apply them. Like whatever you do at work, even if it's like maybe boring to you, or you have some sort of title that feels mundane, like I could never start a business. You do things every day that could be applied to things. So anyway, for financial freedom and peace of mind, what I suggest and what's working for me right now, and what I'm fighting for right now, is have enough to cover your expenses so that you have the mental freedom to test what you want to do, to try it, and learn. I was going to say or, no or, and learn. Cool. Thank you so much, guys. I'll talk to you soon.